everyone else. I am experimenting with my setup a little bit today. So I'm trying to figure out just a few things. As you can see, I'm wearing a wireless microphone, so that way you can actually hear me a little bit more. And my camera is actually my phone, so I'm hoping that it's a little more crystal clear, and you're not going to run into as many issues with stuff being out of focus or weird looking, you know? I'm trying to decide if I want to, or how I want to, if I want to, I probably will change the way that it's oriented. But hopefully this looks a little bit better so you can actually see what I'm doing. Not, and it won't just be like, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of fuzzy all the time. Because I've kind of felt like it was. We'll get a little closer. There we go. And now you can see. You can see what I'm painting. And you can also see just how dirty my desk is. So I'm using a camera software which I do not know how to use, so I'm hoping that it works. I'm looking at it right now. It looks a little blurry. And I'm trying to figure out how to focus on this thing. Nope, that's not what we want. Oh, here we go. Framing. Auto with zoom. Alright, is that the focus? Yes? Maybe? I think so. Oh, and it disappeared. Yeah. Just do that real quick. Trying to figure this out, guys, so just bear with me. If there's anything weird going on, just trying to get it to work the way that I want it to. There we go. Wait. Ah, I have to keep it up. That's right. Of course, that would make sense, right? You have to keep the window open in order for the window to work. So yeah, hopefully this works a little bit better. If it doesn't, I'll just go back to the old way. It's not like I can't do that. So also let me know if the music is too loud, because I am, like I said, experimenting with the setup, and what that means is I don't have headphones on right now. And I cannot hear my music as a result. So what I need to do is I need to figure out a way to pair my wireless headphones with my I need to figure out a way to pair my wireless headphones with my computer so that I can actually hear them. So that's it. That's all I need to do. And once I figure out how to do that, or once I get it to successfully work, I can hear the alerts and the music and everything going on, and not have to worry. I guess what I could do right now is I could plug my headphones in. But I was trying not to have headphones in just because I've got so much crap on my head, and I've got to worry about so much stuff going on. It's that it really makes it so it's uncomfortable to paint. But this way, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works the way that it's supposed to work. So with that, let's get painting. And I hope that everybody's having a good morning. Working on some browns. I started this yesterday off stream. I got a few more done, which is good because this is pretty tedious. So the goal is to get the brown done on all of them today, and hopefully finish them today, actually. Because if I can get the brown done, then I can get the silver done, and then that'll be it. I already like this better just because I don't have my microphone right here, and you can see all of my face. And also, I don't have to worry so much about like the fact that you guys couldn't hear me as well when I was facing away from the microphone. Now I can just talk normally. I'm still yelling a little bit, so if I'm too loud, please let me know. And I'll probably be glancing over at the stream quite a few times. Just because I can't hear alerts, so I can't hear when somebody subscribes or follows or anything like that at the moment. Because if I have that on, you can hear it. You can hear an echo of it. Actually, you may not be able to hear too much of an echo of it. Let me know if you can hear me, or if anybody's listening, if you can hear this. It looks like it's picking up on the microphone, so that's all I can go by. That also might just be my computer that you're hearing, because that's the only issue that we're going to run into with the wireless microphone, is that it doesn't have as good of like a noise canceling sort of thing, whereas my Yeti does. So we can always switch back if we want to. It's just that with my phone set up like this, I have to change the way that I set up my external hard drive also. So this works for that. This solves both of those problems, but hopefully this doesn't sound too bad. My computer is so loud, and I don't know why. It's not supposed to be. I've got a pretty quiet cooling setup. I've got a liquid cooling, and I've got like 1, 2. I think it's got like 5 fans on it or something. And these fans are supposed to be quiet, but you know how that is. Like, they tell you that they're quiet, and then they sound like every other computer fan. But if I get enough people who watch the stream and subscribe, and I can justify the purchase, I can try to find some really quiet fans that will work with my computer. Because I would love it if my computer was just absolutely silent while it was running. That would be perfect. And I will say it's quieter than my old PC setup. My old PC setup was super loud. I can paint from here. I just need to be more cognizant of the new framing for the computer or for the camera, because you got to get used to these new things, you know. I guess I might be able to use the phone microphone, but I don't know how good that would sound. It's a new phone, so probably got a pretty good sounding microphone. But I don't know. I'm always sort of wary of phone microphones. I think that they all sound kind of tinny. I don't know how this lav mic is sounding. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the chat. Morning haircut? Yeah, I got a haircut a little while ago. You just couldn't see it because I was wearing my headphones. How do I sound, Zonated? Since you just popped in the chat, you get to be my my test case. We got a new setup going on. Also, let me know if the music is too loud, because I can't actually hear the music right now. So, good, excellent. I'm wearing a wireless microphone, so I don't know if it sounds like I'm, you know, shuffling too much or whatever, but I just I'm testing out a new setup. Excellent. Love to hear it. Testing out a new setup. I wanted to try this out because this is a little more freeing for me. I don't have to worry so much about, like, you know, turning to face the microphone. I'm just turning to look at chat. I got my camera or my phone as my camera, so it's a little bit. Hey Rom. I hope you can hear that, because I can't. I'm glad you made it, though. Phone is the camera, so there should be no focus issues. That's what I was really worried about. Where this guy? Oh, this guy. Okay, gotcha. So hopefully everything looks good and sounds good. Sound alert did not work. Okay, well, I'll have to figure out how to fix that. Oh, it did. Good, excellent. Good. I can't hear anything because I've got to figure out how to pair my my Bluetooth. And his name is John C. Because I can't hear it, and only you can. I got to figure out how to pair my Bluetooth earbuds to my computer. It says it's got Bluetooth, but that doesn't necessarily mean it actually does. So I might need to get like a Bluetooth receiver or something to put on there so that I can use my earbuds on my computer, and actually be able to hear everything without having tons of wires and shit attached to my head. And if I put on headphones with this wireless mic on, I'm going to shout because I'm going to be talking over my headphones. So, yeah, the invisible man. That's good. Yeah, you can't see him. But I'm glad to know that sound alerts are working, because I've had to sort of make it so that my setup is is because I changed the way that I do audio channels on my OBS. Who would have thought that John Cena would have been the one that's like the best actor to come out of the WWE? Yes, I hear Peacemaker is really good. Everybody thought The Rock was going places, but I don't know. I think that he's the same character in every movie. Controversial statement, maybe? I don't know. I just know that he was a terrible Black Adam because he didn't want to be a bad guy. I don't think The Rock really understands how... Left? Left. Left? Left. As it move to the left, move to the right. Oh, 50 minutes break. Okay, sorry. I just... Whew. Bunch of time right now. Just to sick me working. I'm sorry, I am reading everything now. Reading is fundamental. I said this yesterday. I'm got like a bunch of time now. Sick me is working, having a little less than 50 minutes left. Okay, good. 50 minutes break left. Okay, cool. Yeah. Peacemaker is crazy. Yeah, I haven't actually watched it, but I hear so many good things about it that I think it's probably going to be on my list of shows I need to watch next. I don't get to watch too many shows just because I have a 2-year-old and I usually only get about an hour or so of TV time with my wife every night. She doesn't care anything about Peacemaker, but during the day I might just pop it on because I need a show to watch. I'm trying to catch up on One Piece, which is a Herculean task, but I'll probably just take a break from it because it's not like it's going anywhere. I mean, the series isn't ending anytime soon. So, yep. Yeah, I got that. Oh yeah, your buddy makes TikToks about waiting for the next episode. Yeah, people love that show. Travis told me that it's really good too. I think he's seen it. So I usually trust his judgment. On what's good and what isn't good. Sometimes we disagree on stuff that we like and dislike. But most of the time we have similar tastes. And a lot of times there'll be stuff that a lot of people will like that me and him dislike intensely. Which is just the way it goes, I think. Being contrarian. I'm gonna move this forward a little bit. There we go. I think that's good. the good news is that these skeletons are nearing completion. After they're finished, I think I'm going to take a little break from squad painting and paint the unique undead models. That I have. Because, I didn't do the... Wow, I'm skipping stuff all over. Because, as I'm sure all you mini painters out there know, squad painting can be a truly mind-numbing experience. It is a necessary evil. Your chonk. The earthquake has occurred. There's an earthquake. Okay, what's going on? What's happening? What is happening right now? Oh, the chunk, like my dice. Yeah, I saw my dice. I saw that. Yeah, I saw the episode 100. The die that he did for my birthday, that made me cry. And it was very sweet of him to do that. I knew he was gonna make me a dice. I forgot to do the scythe on this. It's a beautiful, beautiful die. I can't wait to get it. I'm hoping that he sends it soon. He hasn't sent it yet. So, he'll tell me when he does, I'm sure. So I can be on the lookout for it. When I get it, I will show it off on stream. That is my promise. Oh, camera shaking. Okay. Yeah, I just moved my camera a little bit because I needed to bring it closer to me because I'm trying to keep my I'm trying to not have to stretch my arms out as much because I'm trying a new setup, trying to maintain posture, you know, that sort of thing. All right, okay. 2 more of these basic skeletons need brown, and that's it. But yeah, the die is super sick. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It's just gonna live on my shelf probably. And it's gonna look awesome. I showed that video, not all of it, but I showed my video, the part, my wife, the video about the part that she makes. It's just, and even she thought that it was awesome. She doesn't give 2 shits about dice and D20s. So. And Travis is finally back from LA Comic-Con. Not too much of a trip for him, but it's mostly just like he's finally done with that, I think, and hopefully that means that he has more time to do stuff like stream, which would be cool. He's a busy, busy man, that Travis Diffenderfer. He has a lot of irons in the fire. Oh yeah, the Lego wizard that he put in there. Yeah, it's very cool. I mean, the man's a mad scientist. So he loves to experiment and push things as much as he can. Once he gets his mind set to something, he hyper focuses on that one thing and tries to make it work. So he's put Legos in die before, but I think this is the time that he actually made it like super work. Okay, got legs. Just need to do the belt across the chest. Oh, and his little cloth dripping down or draping down from the shoulder. Fur on the hands. Put some more paint on my palette here in a second. Running out of this palette. We're running out of this little blob of paint that I put on yesterday. Yeah. They do give Grim Reaper vibes. It's the painted one that I have here. You definitely get that because, like, you know, he's a skeleton, so, and he's holding a giant scythe. They are definitely sort of Grim Reaper coated. But there's just something about a walking skeleton that makes you want to, you know, give him a scythe. Even if it is not the most practical of weapon. I mean, you know. Also, if you look at the blade is facing outwards. There's no blade on the inside. So, it's not really a very good scythe. But it's a very good weapon because all you have to do is hold it out and sweep. You don't have to try to grab anybody, but you can grab somebody with it. So it's a pretty good scythe weapon. It'd be better if it was bladed on both sides, but then I guess bringing it towards yourself, you could cut yourself. I don't know how any of this works. It's a fantasy world. The weapons don't really have to make sense. I mean, he's a reanimated skeleton, for Christ's sake. But that's the biggest complaint that I've heard from HeroQuest fans about these models, is that the scythe blade is pointing the wrong direction. Which is really funny to me. I'm like, I don't see any problem with the skeletons. I think they look fine. They're skeletons. They're skeletoning. Let the skeleton skeleton. That's what I say. Dun, 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 dun. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. We are nearly in spooky season. I have already begun celebrating spooky season in my mind, so I think that just because it's October, just because tomorrow is October 1st. Exactly, let the skeleton be. Just because tomorrow is October 1st, that doesn't mean it's officially spooky season. Spooky season is whenever you want it to be, but for me, it's been spooky season since August, personally. I've been ready for Halloween, man. It's like my favorite holiday. Oh, hey, I just realized. Since I'm not wearing headphones, I can wear my hat. Hooray! The Blue Wizard is here to wizard. A bloody muffin? Nice. That's awesome. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. There's something about Halloween baked desserts that are all like gruesome and stuff like that I really love. Scary food. Gotta love it. I remember one year for Halloween. I don't know why she did this, because she doesn't usually do this sort of thing. But one year for Halloween, my mom made, for dinner, she made a meatloaf shaped like a spider, which is really hilarious to me. Yep, it's the wizard. I could wear my wizard hat on stream. Hooray! No more headphones. Just wear the hat. I have the cloak here somewhere, but I'm not going to wear it while I paint because it would get in the way. Do you think the hat will make more people want to click on the stream? Gosh, I hope so. Maybe the non-out-of-focus camera will do that too. Alright, excellent. Just need to do the scythe handle. And then that'll be the last of the normal sculpt skeletons. Hey, if it adds charisma, that's all we need to make it as a streamer, right? It's gotta have a crazy personality. Most painting streamers that I know, however, are just kind of... all of them are kind of mellow. I think the ones that I've seen. They're all just pretty, you know, pretty chilled out. And it's just like, well, today we're painting. And we're gonna paint some stuff. And yeah. Usually that's all it, I mean, that's usually how they all act, which is, you know, pretty great. All right, so now we're moving on to the unique, or the alternate sculpt skeletons. We only got 2 of these. I think that these will probably be pretty straightforward when it comes to what's going to be brown on them. They've got sort of a scale mail skirt over a standard cloth one. Look at these rags, whatever they used to be, we don't know. Because they're skeletons. I mean, you know, they've probably been underground for a long time until whatever dark necromancy brought them to life. Got some pouches here, it looks like. Gotta love a pouch. And a belt. Two belts and 2 pouches? Or, I don't know. What do you have to store, skeleton? What do you keep in your pouch? I guess whatever you kept in there when you were alive. I guess that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is that you have 2 belts. I guess 1 belt is for your chainmail skirt, and the other one is for your belt pouch. All right. Yeah, I've been wearing my hat, my wizard hat, a lot recently just because I haven't really had, I haven't really been, like, you know, working on videos, which is something that is a problem that, of my own design. I've just been doubling down on trying to find a job, and I need to find a job very soon. I had an interview last week, and I'm hoping that that pans out. But, you know, it's a rough job market out there here in the old USA. We're all struggling because the world is kind of on fire right now. Can't imagine why, but you know. All the boons. Looks like there's a little bit of cloth. Nope, that's not cloth. All of that is chainmail. I see the texture on it. Let's see. He's got some fur on his gauntlet here. Shield is just going to be metal. These guys are going to have a lot of metal on them. And I haven't decided yet. I didn't do it on the test model, but that doesn't mean that I won't do it on the others. And him, eventually. And I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to, dirty up the armor a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm it's tough all over, and I am not surprised because everything's on fire. I'll have to ask my German cousins how it is for them. So I have some cousins who live in Germany. Ask them how they're doing in their job markets. I know one of them already has a job, so I don't know. But the other one, he graduated college, I think a couple years ago, so he may have a position already. But I don't know what he does, so. Okay, let's see, there's a skirt. Where in Germany? South Germany, I want to say. I don't know exactly where they all live. I think they all live around Stuttgart. I have been to visit them years ago. What am I doing? Oh yeah, fur on the boots. But yeah, I'll have to ask them how things are going. I also have a bunch of friends in England to ask them how things are going. Like, hey, is your world on fire too? Because ours sure is. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I mean, there's only so many, like... I mean, I know Germany is, like, the biggest country in the EU, but there's only, like, so many places to live that are major population centers. But that's cool. You probably don't know any of them, but that's cool. That's where my family is from. South of Germany. Where my Oma and Opa were from. My Opa is actually from East Germany, and they came over before they put the wall up, so. And then they came to America. So, yeah. Cool. Hi, Lucky. Thank you for the sub. I can't hear any alerts or anything right now, but thank you. I have my, I have to figure out how to pair my earbuds with my computer. Because it says it has a Bluetooth, but for some reason, whenever I try to connect it, it can't find anything. So I'm guessing that it doesn't actually have Bluetooth, even though it says it does. Which, you know, I don't know how. I know enough about computers, but like wireless communications with computers is kind of like a mystery to me still. It's all magic. Well, I know where Germany is on the map. It's very centrally located in the European Union. It's right next to France and Poland. It's only historically relevant for a couple of reasons. And we'll leave it at that. Yeah, I can't hear anything. I can't even hear the music that I'm playing, but I'm sure it's great. These guys probably have a little bit more brown on them than the other skeletons, just because they've got this big, like, leather skirt thing. I'll probably color their bows a different color too, just to break things up, you know. Oh, I don't know. I might just color it brown, but I feel like I should color it differently. I'm gonna shake the earth here for a second, because I think I moved over just a little bit. Because I keep drifting towards the left when I paint. Yeah, I might as well paint it with a different color. I'm gonna have to bust out a different color for the feathers, anyway. They've got feathers on their bows. I'm going to try to string their bows as well. I have some thread that I can use for that, but that'll be the last thing that I do on them. Alrighty. Lots of brown on these guys. But again, in my mind, they were all part of the same army before they were raised as skeletons. And they were all wearing uniforms. So uniforms aren't traditionally super colorful. At least not in my mind. And even if they were colorful, they probably would have lost most of their pigmentation at this point, because they're skeletons, you know. And they kind of, you know, been underground for who knows how long. Well, long enough to become a skeleton, you know. I'm just doing mental gymnastics to try to justify the fact that they're also brown. Don't mind me. Oh no! Your connection crashed. I'm sorry. You haven't missed much. Just me painting skeletons. These guys have the most brown on them. Alrighty, that's all the brown on that one. Oh no, you make it sound so... You make it sound so, so fatal. Rob, my time soon has come. Soon I shall go off and join the choir invisible. I hope you feel better, by the way, because I know you said you were sick, so I want you to feel better. I know it's just a little, I could have gotten a little bit more on the top of the skeleton. Just that little top bit there that I missed. Watch is telling me it's time to stand. Doesn't it understand that I'm painting on stream? Come on, phone. Or watch, or whatever. I got skeletons to paint. Can't expect me to stand and paint skeletons. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, Rom. I hope you feel better. I hope it's just like allergies or something and nothing too crazy. Go home, take some medicine, and pass out. That's what I would do if I were you after I get off work. Maybe have a nice hot cup of tea or something. Okay. These guys are kind of the opposite of the other skeletons. Like the alternate sculpt skeletons have a ton of metal on them and not much brown. These guys have a ton of brown on them and not much metal. So I think the only metal that I can see on them is actually the chainmail hood that they have here. And the tip of their bow and arrow. That's the only metal that I can really see. Mostly not metal. Cloth, leather, or bone. I think I got all the brown on him. Oh, I said the boots. Gotta get the boots. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rom. Bye. Sorry I missed it. I just, you know me, I get focused. You probably didn't even hear that, but maybe you'll catch it on the VOD later. Bye-bye. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm doing okay, actually. Can't complain. New setup seems to be working pretty well. Alrighty, I think that's a second one done. 3 more skeletal archers. That's all we have to do. And then all the brown is done, and then we can just, or the brown base coat's done. Then we can just do highlights, and then we can just do. And then we can just do metals. And the metals will require a shade and then a highlight. But yeah. I think for the most part we're good. Whew. already been going for an hour? Wow, time flies when you're having fun. I'm very excited because today Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles has come out. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games of all time. I very much enjoy it. Played it on the original PlayStation. I still have my disc here somewhere. And I also got the War of the Lions version on the PSP, which was my favorite version, actually. But this new version is all remastered and stuff, and it's got voice acting, and I'm super excited about that. So that came out today, so after I finish streaming, I will probably be downloading and playing that until I have other obligations I have to attend to. I already have the game, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, because it was a birthday present. My younger brother bought it for me. It's very nice of him. I bought him the same game, because we both love that game. I'm a little annoyed that I know one of the things they did not include in this version, which is a lot of the War of the Lions extra content. There were some other characters on the PSP version that they did not include in this version, which were Balthier from Final Fantasy XII and Luso from Final Fantasy Tactics A2. I really like those units in Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions edition. And also there were two jobs that they added in the PSP versions, which were Dark Knight and Onion Knight. Both were kind of overpowered, but they were also very difficult to get. So once you got them, you were in the end game anyway. And I think that would have been really cool to put in. Well, Onion Knight wasn't actually very hard to get. It was just hard to make good. You had to basically level up all your other jobs in order to make it good. I was talking about Final Fantasy Tactics like you guys know what I'm talking about. The folks watching may not have even ever heard of Final Fantasy Tactics. But, you know, I'm just talking about it because I'm just talking to myself. Alrighty. Okay, just gotta do the boots. And then we'll only have 2 more left. Okay. That boot's done. Das Boot. Finished. Okay. Just 2 more. So much brown on these guys. I think I underestimated how much I was going to have to paint these guys brown when I was looking at my models to paint. The regular skeletons have like a medium amount. The alternate sculpt skeletons have very little. And the archers have a whole lot. So I guess there's sort of a balance in that. Which is nice. If anyone's curious, the color I'm using for my leather or brown paint is Curious Leather, or Cuirass? Curious. That's how I've always pronounced it. It's probably wrong. Curious Leather. From Tooth and Coats. Not a sponsor. I have no sponsors. Just like the paint. It's a very good consistency. Doesn't require a ton of thinning. And like the bottles. Dropper bottles. Always good. Only downside for that is very hard to find. There's one store around me that sells it, and I have to go there whenever I want to buy that type of paint. I like the army painter paints, but most of my places around me do not sell their new Fanatics line, so they're trying to get rid of their old stock, and the war paints, the Fanatic stuff is kind of where it's at when it comes to like paint consistency with army painter. I have some of that, but not everywhere sells it around here, so I kind of have to make do with what I got. Alrighty. Leather skirt. I want a skeleton with the right allocation, who's fast and thorough and good with a bow. He's killing adventurers. He's shambling through halls. I want a skeleton with a long bow and a short Leather skirt. That's not the way the song goes at all, but you know what? I'm doing my best to stave off my pending insanity. Because I go a little nuts when I have to paint the same model over and over and over again. Same mini, that is. I didn't assemble these. They're minis. Alrighty. I think I got all the brown. Nope, boots. Gotta do the boots. Don't forget the boots. I keep wanting to forget the boots because the other skeletons aren't wearing boots. Okay. Got Das Boot. One more. Just one more archer that we need to put brown on. Ah, my neck. And then after that, we just need to do the highlights, and then we just need to do the metal bits, and then all my skeletons will be done. We're approaching our goal, which is to finish all the skeletons. It really is, we really are very close. Okay. Just checking my microphone, making sure it was still on. Alrighty, come on. You can do it, me. Just give myself a little pep talk, you know? Getting close to the very end of all the brown that we need to do. Very close. Just need to do this. We just need the boots. And that'll be all the dark brown. We just need to highlight. At least we'll be doing something besides base coating dark brown. Hi, Lucky. Oh, you making a skeleton? You clipped the skeleton song? Thank you for that. Just thank you for capturing that moment of insanity. For posterity. Alrighty. The boots. Das Boot ist done. I don't know how to say that in German. Finito. Ah, kaputt. Hooray! with the dark brown. Now we just gotta highlight. Ah. Whew. All right. Myself a little coffee. It's probably mostly cold by now. It is, in fact, mostly cold by now. Also, hydrate. As in all things, there must be balance. Alrighty. Okay, time to highlight. So this guy is the test model, and he is he's pretty much all highlighted. I added some extra brown spots, so I'm going to highlight those now. For our highlights, we are just going to use Ancient Forest. And yeah. At an hour and 34 minutes, and it is 11:21. We can finish all the brown today, then that will be a big bonus. I am just adding a little bit of highlighting onto this brown on the back here and on his glove there, because I didn't get those when I initially painted him. So that's all I'm doing. Just adding a little bit of highlight there. But the highlights on these guys is nothing too crazy. We're adding a little bit of highlight to the handle of the scythe, the fur on the hand. For the belt, we're going to get the edge of the belt, add some little scratches on it. For the skirt, we're just getting the edges. Fur in the boots. Yeah, seeing the texture on these guys is it looks like the back of the skirt might actually be chainmail, but you know what? Painted the first one like it was just brown, so that's what we're gonna keep. Maybe it's just very rusted chainmail. Alright, so that's all the brown highlights we're gonna do. Yep. Now we just repeat the process. Actually, I forgot to get this little piece of brown cloth up here because I probably didn't paint it, so that's fine. We'll just leave that as is. I forgot to paint that one. Not gonna over worry about it too much. Okay. That's the boots highlighted. Let's get the back. Okay. That's 2 highlighted. Oh boy, I've already gone crazy. Oops. Okay. Wait. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. I wonder if my microphone picked up my stomach growling. Probably not. Did not eat anything for breakfast this morning. I don't usually eat breakfast, but I thought about it today. Said to myself, I'm kind of hungry already, and I've got a stream. And I don't want to be hangry while I'm streaming. So I should probably eat something. I'm not really hangry. I'm kind of in a good mood. Excited about playing Final Fantasy Tactics. And also the prospect that I might have a job soon. That's pretty good. Hopefully. I hope. Gosh, I hope. Nothing is a sure thing, though. Never is. So, but hopefully I do, and hopefully it works out, and hopefully I'm not destitute for the rest of my life. Not that I'm destitute now, it's just my wife has been doing all the breadwinning, and I don't want her to feel like she has to do that. I don't want to be a mooch. Alrighty. I don't think that fur really matters that much when it comes to highlighting it. You can barely see it, so. Okay, we're getting, this will be halfway through the standard post skeletons. The highlighting isn't taking as long. Excuse me. Alrighty. Whew. That's halfway done with the monopose. With the single pose, regular skeletons. Single pose, regular skeletons. Like a little bit of schmutz on the edge of my brush. Put a little bit more water on my wet palette. I think it's drying just a little bit. At least it is where that brown paint is situated. Whoop-a-doop-a-doo. We're getting close to being done with the brown, because once we get the bulk of the skeletons done, these like standard pose, regular skeletons, when they're done, we will have the bulk of them done. So I will feel much better once they're all done, and we're halfway through them, so enjoy your lunch. Love you too, Lucky. Have a good lunch. I need lunch too, but I gotta finish this brown. So hungry. Actually, I know what I'm gonna eat for lunch today, and that makes me even hungrier, just because I'm kind of excited for it. Do you ever get excited for lunch? I get excited for lunch. I get excited for food a lot. I love food. Back. belt. Scratch up this belt. The little back cloth here. Alright, that's it. We're now 2/3 of the way through. Hooray! We just have 4 more of these regular monopose skeletons. Monopose regular skeleton. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to report that I'm going just a little nuts, but we're doing it. We're getting it done. We are almost done. Probably would go a little less nuts if I had something like a podcast or something to listen to. But I can't even listen to the music that I'm playing because I gotta figure out how to get my Bluetooth synced to it. Once we get that figured out though, oh boy. Alrighty. You skelly men don't know how good you got it. You're all dead. Okay. All right. Just two more. Two more. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I'm very hungry, actually. And since these guys are all just sort of like jobbers, they don't have to be super fancy. My brush is drying out just a little bit though. So we'll give it a little bath. My watch phone is telling me to stand again. Don't tell me to stand. You don't control me, machine. I have to sit. I have to paint this final skeleton with the regular monopose skeletons. Alright. Oh, the regular mono post skeletons are done. Now I can do the unique post skeletons and the archers. Then I'll be done. Then I can eat. These guys, I'm going to highlight the tall parts of their rags here. Some scratches on the pouches. Scratches on the belt. Scratch up the pouch a little bit. Ah. Whew. That's all the brown that we need to highlight. Well, we didn't get the front of this glove. Okay, I think that's everything. The hilt we'll do a different color, so. Down here, little booties, little rags or whatever that's on his leg or feet. Alrighty. I think that's it for the brown highlights on the alternate skeletons. Wait, I don't think I did the... Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I forgot to paint the pouches on this guy. I can't believe that. Actually, I can because I'm slowly going insane as I'm painting, so I can fully understand how I forgot to paint that at all. I will give it a moment to dry, and I will come back to it after I finish the highlights for these guys, which they will have quite a few more because they are very brown, but not terribly too many just because I don't want to paint that much of it. I'll just scratch up this leather belt. Some scratches on the skirt. A little bit of highlighting to the parts that are obviously raised. We're just going to say the scabbard is all leather. This little dagger that has no point of being there because he doesn't attack with it at all. The boots, which are pretty obvious how to highlight, because they've got a bunch of creases and stuff in them. We'll do the toes. Okay, I think that's probably good enough of the highlighting for the brown on those guys. Yep, Blue Wizard. I put on my hat. You step away and come back, you miss a lot. I realized that I'm not wearing headphones. I can wear my hat. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Over here. That's okay. You know, you are allowed to get ready for your day. It is early for everyone, except for the people in Europe who watch. For them, it's late. Which I'm probably gonna have to, if I get my job, I'm gonna have to stop morning streams, so I'll miss my European crowd. But I'll try to stream in the evening still. Try. Depends on how tired I am, because I haven't worked a job in 6 months. I'll probably be pretty tired. Not me realizing I need to... Yes! He won't hold on long, though. Well, I'm still here for a little while longer. I do hope you still watch Zonated. I was just saying, Rom, that if I get my job, I'll probably have to stop morning streams. Which means there'll be late night streams for you. But I won't be able to do it if I get a job. That's another archer down. Scratch on the belt. Hooked everything away. Oh no. It sounds dire. We're very close to being done with brown highlights. And done with brown altogether. Alrighty. That's half of them done. And we'll take a little break to go back and paint that pouch on the alternate sculpt skeleton that I forgot to paint. So, there we go. Just a little diversion. To get the edges of the pouch. Scratch up the belt a little bit. Well, bam. That's all you gotta do to that. And that's those guys done, because I did most of it anyway. And now we just need to finish the last two. Count them, two. Brown skeletal archer things. Not me developing RSI for painting skeletons. Oh, you have RSI? How did you get it? Typing a lot? No, I was painting skeletons. very nearly finished, folks. Alright. Boots. Just need to do the boots. Oh man. Sorry you're having issues, Rom. You probably can't even hear me, but sorry you're having issues with your phone or your internet or whatever. But we'll be finishing up here soon anyway. After I finish the brown today, we're going to call it, and then we might do an emergency stream tomorrow, or I might just finish paying these guys by themselves tonight. Just depends on how I feel. If I do finish them tonight, keep your eyes open on the Discord, and I will post a picture of what I did then, because I would like to be done with skeletons. I don't have my own Discord server, but I am on Travis's Discord server for those who are watching who are not members of Travis's Discord, but I don't imagine that's anybody right at this moment, so. Oh my god, my wrist is actually really hurting. So, I will definitely need to take a break. Very nearly done. Just kind of focusing down here for a second, so just have to excuse me if I don't talk overly much. Just trying to get this done. Just need to do the boots. My paints, I'm running out of paint on my palette, and I'm trying not to put any more down because I'm almost done with this color. So close. Alright. Done. That's it. That's all the dark brown. We did it! Hooray! We did all the brown! We did it! Oh, fantastic. Oh, my wrist is killing me. So, tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, we'll be doing the silver, which will be the last step for the vast majority of these guys. The archers and the alternate sculpts may have a couple other colors on them. The alternate sculpts, I'm thinking I might put some gold accents that I'm gonna dirty up on them, just because, you know, they've got a lot of metal on them, and if it's all silver, then it's just going to be kind of boring. So, there's that. All right, I'm moving us over. Meow. We're going into chat mode. Alright. Here we go. Okay. So, just gonna scoot this over. Scooch. That's it for today. We made quite a bit of progress. We did the brown, all skeletons. I got most of the bone. I got all the bone painted yesterday. Got the brown painted today, and then tomorrow we're gonna do we'll do the metal, or tonight, whichever kind of occurs, depending on how it works. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Let me know what you thought of the new setup. I'm liking it just for the purposes of yeah, it feels like I'm, you know, a little less encumbered, so enjoying that aspect to it. Gonna figure out the sound situation, and once we do, I'll actually be able to hear my alerts and stuff like that. So yeah, all right, but thanks for hanging out. I hope you all have a great Tuesday, and I will see you later.